Courage is one of the greatest virtues in human society. It is always praised, and people admire courage, especially physical courage. Of course, physical courage, the ability for a person to do things that most will fear. And of course, we know that courage is simply the ability to do something in spite of the fear. But more importantly, and much more rare in human society, is moral courage. The courage to do what is right in spite of the consequence. And this, of course, many people have identified in society to be quite rare. In fact, the military man, George Patton, observed that moral courage is the most valuable and usually the most absent characteristic in men. Physical courage is overcoming the fear of bodily harm or injury, while moral courage is overcoming the fear of emotional harm or rejection by others, especially society. And this, of course, a lot of people fear. People fear being rejected by society because society is a big part of human existence. Moral courage is defined as a behavior accompanied by anger and indignation, intention to enforce societal or ethical norms without considering one's social cost. In other words, being selfless and not caring about the consequence of one's action for the sake of doing what is right according to one's conviction, ultimately. Moral courage helps us to address ethical issues, and it helps us to take action when making the right decision is not always easy. Moral courage involves the willingness to actually take action in spite of the consequence or the forces that might come against the action, hopefully the right action, that one is willing to take at a cost to their person. And in some cases, moral courage has even resulted in altruism, a person actually sacrificing their own lives for the purpose of what is right and what is good for society as a whole. The lack or absence of moral courage is the fact that in societies or situations, people remain silent. People are quiet. In spite of them knowing that something is wrong or unjust, people fail to take action. This silence can be due to fear, or it can be due to indifference. Saying no to a bribe, saying no to injustice, saying no to corruption in an environment or an organization which is riddled with the vice are good examples of how moral courage can be exercised. Because in that case, you're doing something out of the ordinary, but something that is right. You don't have to change the world to exercise moral courage. Moral courage can be exercised in everyday activities, small things, from helping somebody whose car is broken down, you help them to push their car, to helping pick up litter on the floor, to standing up against a bully, to refusing to listen to gossips and rumors about people. All this are examples of exercising moral courage, because it takes moral courage for you to actually tell somebody, I am not interested in hearing rumors or gossips about my neighbor or my friend. Moral courage further demands that you assume responsibility for your own action, according to Napoleon Hill. This means that you stand by what you believe and you say what you truly believe when push comes to shove. Moral courage is characterized by self-control, self-esteem, a low need for belonging, because sometimes you have to go against the grain, self-efficacy, assertiveness, and of course, a sense of social vigilantism. When we have moral courage and are willing to stand by what we believe, it means that we're truly free and we're not held by the chains and shackles of what society thinks or what people will say about us.